And just like that, I was off Instagram. I got the kick off the biggest social media platform in the world, and I was lost. This was around 3 months ago. I woke up one morning whilst I was in Dubai to see that I don't have access to Instagram. It was a very strange moment because I was like, something must be wrong. I've, as far as I know, done nothing wrong. So why am I where's my Instagram gone? So I thought I got hacked. I thought someone had tried to steal my Instagram and, you know, do whatever. Not that there's much to do on there, but it just disappeared. I had no control, had no Instagram. And I was a nobody for this moment in time. And this was just 3 months ago. And it was quite a surreal moment because I've had an Instagram account since 2012. I've posted on it daily, weekly, did everything that you can do on the thing. I shared my life. And the saddest part about losing my Instagram wasn't the likes and the followers and everything that you get when you're on the platform. But for me, it was just the memories since like sharing my entire life from 2012, my bodybuilding journey, my fitness journey, my business, like everything I've shared on there. And the other big loss was my business. It really affected my business because of the fact that I run ads to Instagram as well. And so I experienced this big setback, both mentally and physically, because my business was affected, as well as the disheartening fact that I could no longer access my history, my past, my experiences. And it was a tough pill to swallow, um, because I realized how vulnerable I had let myself become. My business was vulnerable because I had relied so much on this platform for so long. But one thing that happened whilst I was kicked off of Instagram, let's say, um, I was able to start thinking, and I was able to start thinking for myself and being free from the need to check my profile, the need to see who's following me, the need to go and see who's watching my stories or liking my stuff. And so you don't realize it, but over time you become a slave to your profile. You're checking your feeds and you're constantly looking for that dopamine hit, right? That sense of satisfaction when somebody likes or engages with you or follows you, and you become addicted to that. And little did I realize that was happening to me. I mean, I was very aware of it at this point, but in the years before, like Instagram completely controlled my mind. I woke up in the morning, I would look first thing at my Instagram, last thing I do before I go to sleep. It was very controlling. But at this point, I had already gained control of myself, but there's still that part of you that does feel like you've lost control when you're sitting on it and scrolling or just looking at things, without really being conscious of what you're doing. You're kind of unconsciously looking. And so when I lost my account, I was free. I was truly free from being a slave to social media. I really felt free and liberated by the fact that I can finally just be present, right? Just be here in this moment, because we get so caught up with our social media world, what other people are doing, that we stop paying attention of what's right in front of us, what's going on in our lives right here, right now. And so I could finally become more grateful for what's happening in my life and stop living my life through this digital platform. Now, I've got nothing against social media. In fact, it's been the best thing ever to help me stay connected with friends, family, help my business. But sometimes we can start to get disconnected when we become consumed by things, especially what social media can do if you let it control you. And because I was wiped off the platform, I was able to be more present. I was living in a great place and just not feeling that FOMO feeling that you get when you see other people doing cool things, having a great life. And consciously, you might not be thinking that you're not comparing yourself, but subconsciously, I can 100% guarantee that you are looking right now on people's social media, on your feeds, and you are comparing your life to theirs. And what that does is it takes away that little bit of happiness that you have inside yourself, that little bit of gratitude that you have for your day, your life, and whatever you're doing, and you give it up to something that does nothing for you. And that's what was happening to me. And I know it happens to so many people, but I was in a place where I was just free from just comparison, from fear of missing out. And I could finally be creative. I could finally think for myself and not feel like I'm in a rush, not feel like I need to be somewhere. I need to do something. I need to show something, because I was present. So I was able to take massive action in my business. I was able to move forward and do things that I would have never have done before had I had all the distraction of seeing what other people are doing and constantly going back and looking at my Instagram. And I feel like I've just grown like light years ahead. I've just moved so far into my future self. And what it feels like from going back on the platform where time has stood still, it feels like time has not moved a day since I left, and have come back. And it feels like everyone's life is just the same. And that was quite a scary realization, because I got my account back a week ago, and I was excited because I was like, yeah, I've got my life back. I can, see my past, my history, and my friends are connected, and I can use my platform again for my business. But there was also this part of me that was like, I was kind of enjoying that freeness that I had of my mind, that freedom of thinking for myself, that creativity I had, and not living in that trance state where you're just kind of like looking and scrolling and being consumed. And so, social media is a great place, right? It's great for me to do things like this, to stay connected. It's great for you to stay connected with your friends, your family. It's great for your business, right? If you are growing your fitness business and you are looking to expand beyond the circles that you have, the clients that you have, it's a great place to be marketing yourself, right? I've spent hundreds of thousands of pounds on advertising. I spend a lot of time. I've invested a lot in the platforms to grow my business. And so they are a great place, a great tool if you use it. And that's just the key, right? We don't want to let social media use us. We want to use it to enhance our life. And so me coming off the platforms, me having this time where I was, I don't know, banned or disabled or whatever has happened to me. Maybe people were getting upset because of my ads. I don't know why I got kicked off. They didn't tell me why, but you can either use social media or you can use it. You can let social media use you, or you can use it to enhance your life. That's a choice that you have. And so many people are letting social media use them, being controlled by them, and not taking control. And so take some time off every now and then, right? That's the point in this story here today. Is I was forced to take 3 months, a 3-month sabbatical off Instagram, not by my own choice, but what it allowed me to do was go away and just be more present, be more grateful for my life, what I have, be more creative, and just be more in the now rather than thinking ahead of what I want to have, where I want to be. Because subconsciously you're doing that all the time when you're looking at your social media. And what that does is it takes away that bit of progress that you're making in your life. And it takes away that feeling of success and happiness. And you give it up, and then you lose your drive, your motivation, and then you don't take action. And that's just the most damaging thing you can do to yourself. So if you've been caught up on social media, take a moment just to slow yourself down, just to be more present. Because for me personally, it's done so much for me just not being on the platform for that period of time that I was kicked off. And it allowed me to spend more time inwards and being more present. And that's just something that we've maybe lost a lot of in our world right now, especially being on lockdown and being more connected through social media. But let's just remember to come back to that human aspect of who we are, because when you can do that, when you can just be more connected to where you are, who you're with, you'll be more happy. You'll just be happier in your life, because you're not constantly looking for that external validation, right? So that's what I wanted to share with you today, because procrastination comes from comparison, and the only other place to compare right now other than yourself is on social media. And it's happening not consciously, but subconsciously. And you don't realize it until you slow down and start realizing that, hey, I'm following all these people and I'm comparing myself and I'm looking at their life and thinking, why don't I have that many followers? Why aren't I traveling? Why aren't I on a beach? Why aren't I having fun? Why don't I have this car? Why don't I have this? Why don't I have that? And constantly comparing and then realizing you're so far behind, and then you lose seeing the point in what you're doing. So take some time off it. If you're procrastinating, if you're feeling stuck, it will be the best thing that you can do for yourself to move your life forward. Because man, it's just so much, there's so much more to life that you're missing by constantly living on your feeds and comparing yourself. So yeah, I hope this message encouraged you today. Chris, I'm happy that you agree with me there, because yeah, this is something that so many people struggle with. Got you there, Chris. Just pulled your comment up. You know, it's something that we all struggle with. And so if we can just get ourselves more present and focus on what we can control, not what we can't, and not what other people are doing, we'll achieve so much more. So if you're procrastinating right now, you're stuck, you're not moving forward, you're feeling like your life's not good enough, just take a break and come back. That's my piece of advice. I hope this video is helpful. If it is, share it out, like the video so that more people can see this message and hear about it. And hey, leave a comment if you've experienced this, or you've taken some time on social media or even Instagram or wherever you like to spend your time, and maybe you've been feeling controlled by it. Let me know in the comments below. Be great to hear if you've had a similar experience to me and if how it's affected your life. Yeah, I'd love to hear from you. But yeah, see you tomorrow, same time, and catch you soon.